Hey guys, this is week 2 of He-Man She-Woman competition. We had a great week this last week, kicking it off. The games were really fun. I started out by talking about pride and how it's inside all of us and burns inside us, and how to rid ourselves of pride, and how to adopt humility. And we did 3 steps to humility, which is acknowledge other people exist, don't be selfish, and value others above yourself. And the whole line of this whole series is that we win in life when we help others win. And so that will continue to push this line. Um, this week we're talking to the guys. We're talking about what is a true He-Man. Now, I'm talking to the guys about who they should be, but I'm also talking to girls about who they should be looking for. So I'll play with that a little bit during the message. But basically, here's what I'm talking about. Who a man of God is, the kind of the phrase I'm using to capture that is a humble leader. Now, one thing I'm going to talk about is, there are all kinds of manly things that men love to do. We love sports, we love hunting, we love the outdoors, we love grunting and dirty and facial hair and all this big cars and trucks and all this stuff. And and some people call that worldly manliness. Now, I don't want to totally throw that out the window, because I don't think all that stuff is wrong. I think that some of that stuff really is in us as men, that we like those things. They make us feel manly. So here's kind of a line I've crafted that I'm going to put up on a slide this week. My identity as a man is humored and exercised by the things I do, like um, hunting, having a cool manly car, growing out facial hair, those kind of watching football, those kind of things. Exercised and humored by the things I do, but is grounded and defined by my character. So yes, I love to do manly things. They make me feel manly. It's in me. It's part of my DNA that I'm a man, and I like those things. But what really defines my manhood, what it's grounded in, is my character. And so the character of a biblical, godly man is a humble leader. Now, where I'm going with that is, there are a lot of guys who would say, "Well, I'm not a leader," because they're not in charge of something. They're not the boss of something. They're not number one on the team. They're not head of the club, and so they think they're not a leader. But what leadership is influence. And so, what it means to be a humble leader means that you take advantage of your impact and your influence where you are. And so, a great example that I'm going to use this week is, we look at Paul. Everyone knows who Paul is. We all know Paul. He wrote a bunch of, I'm not everybody, some students didn't grow up in church, but Paul is a big name in the church and in the Bible, and he wrote a lot of books, and he's a big deal. And he is a humble leader, but who we don't usually hear about is Barnabas. And some of us don't even know who Barnabas is, but I'm going to look in Acts at Barnabas and how he is a humble leader. He was who they call him the son of encouragement, or the encourager of Paul. And what he did was encourage Paul, and then Paul goes on to be something great, and Barnabas really doesn't get that much attention. And so, in other words, Barnabas helped Paul win in life, and in turn, he won. So that's kind of the direction I'm going. So to recap, the manliness stuff is in us. We all have different ways that we humor and exercise our manhood, but what our manhood is grounded in is our character, and being a humble leader, and putting others before ourselves, and elevating them, helping them win, and taking a back seat, but empowering them and encouraging them. One other thing I will have to talk about, unfortunately, as I was talking through this, I think we live in a day where I do need to mention also my manhood is identified by my anatomy. That is part of what makes me a man. A girl can't just adopt the character of a godly man and say, I'm a man. Um, Part of being a man is my anatomy and my physiology. And so I will briefly address that. I don't want it can be a confusing message these days, I guess, unfortunately. So, anyway, thanks for taking time to listen to this. Really excited for this weekend. We will be doing manly competitions. Really looking forward to it. So, thanks a lot. See you guys later. Hey, good afternoon, HSM staff. I'm going to start over. Hey, good afternoon, guys. No. Hey guys, we are starting week